Hello everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. So today we will be talking about string and the necessary things you have to know about string. So what is a string? Strings are used for storing text or characters. Okay, a string is a variable which contains a collection of characters surrounded by double quotes. Either it can be double quote or a single quote. Okay, so for using string we declared a library which is include string. So by this you can use your string function. So let's write a string and let's see. For declaring a string we have to type string space, then suppose I want to store a name John here. Okay, so for storing that thing you have to declare string and the variable name inside which you will store the name and the thing you want to store. Okay, so if you just try to print the thing name, let's save it and try to run, you can see our name has been printed. That means inside the double quote whatever you will type, it will just print out the exact same thing. Okay, so here if I write more things, hello world, and if I save it and try to run it, you can see John hello world has been printed. Okay, so this is basically a string where you can store text or characters. So and the string should be either single quote or it can be double quote also, both will work. So now we are going to learn a new thing which is concatenation in string. So what is basically concatenation? It is concatenating two things or adding two things together or two strings together. Okay, suppose we are adding 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. So in the same way you can add two different string also. So for this we are using plus operator which can be used between strings to add them together to make a new string, and this entire process is called concatenation. Okay, let's see it by example so that you can be much clear of it. Okay, so I am declaring a string, okay, here, and I want to write here first name is equal to John. Okay, and again I am taking as last name is equal to Adam. Okay, so here what I did is I have declared two variable which is first name and last name, and inside first name and last name I have stored John and Adam. Okay, so this is basically two string. Now I will take another string where I will give the name full name. Okay, so what will be the full name? The full name I want to do is I want to add first name and last name together. Okay, so for that I will just type first name plus last name. Okay, let me just do it lowercase. Okay, so you can see here I have just now what I have did is I have just concatenated these two strings. One is John and another is Adam, and created a new string with full name. Okay, now if I just try to view it, see out full name, try to save it and run the code, you can see John and Adam has been concatenated or added together and made a single string John Adam. Okay, so this is basically the concept of string. Okay, so here you can add a space also, blank space. So for adding blank space what you have to do is you have to add double quote and space inside that, and again a plus operation. So by this way you can print space inside the string. Okay, let us run the code and see. You can see here John space and Adam. Okay, so it is printed separately. So in this way you can concat two string or add two strings together, and by putting a blank space inside the double quote you can create gap between two strings. Okay, so now we have learned how we can join or concat two strings with plus operator. So you can concat two strings or more than two strings without using plus operator also, and that is also you can do it by append function. Okay, so let's see that how we can use our append function to concat two strings. So for that you just have to declare a variable which is a new variable inside which your new string will be stored, and inside that I will type first name, or the variable which I want to concat first name, and just type append inside which you want to append, with which you want to append. So I want John to append with Adam, so I am giving the variable name inside which Adam is stored. Okay, Adam is stored in last name, right? So I am giving append last name, and I am just saving it, and if I hit enter, you can see John Adam, it has been concatenated. So these are two ways. We have seen two ways how we can concatenate a string. One is by using plus operator, and the other is using append function. Using plus operator, we use plus operator between the two variable, and with the append function we don't have to use the plus operator, we just have to type dot append, and inside the bracket we have to type the variable name in which our variable is being stored or which we want to concat with. Okay, so now you have to know one thing, that is our language C++, it uses plus operator both for addition and concatenation. Okay, so like if I declare suppose an integer x is equal to 10. Okay, and again I'm declaring another variable which will be y, which will be is equal to 20. Let's try to add them. Integer z, okay, inside z we will store the value of or the sum of x plus y. Okay, so here what will the value of x and what will the value of z? It will be what? It will be 30, right? 20 plus 10 is equal to 30. So this will be the value, and here the plus operator, this plus operator, it is used for adding these two integer variables. Okay, so here I will take another number as which will be of string type. Okay, string data type. So I am declaring string here a is equal to 10, and another string which will be b is equal to 20. Okay, so here you can see they shown us an error. Okay, so what is the error? We have known that for declaring a string, either you should use double quote or a single quote. Okay, so I am just giving inside the quotation mark, and you can see the error has been gone. Okay, so here now I will store the value of a and b string in another variable which will be like c. Okay, inside c there will be a plus b. Okay, so now I will try to see both of the output for z and output for c. So I'm just typing the command cout. So I want to see z and I want to see c. Okay, so I just want to see their output. So let us run. Here you can see they didn't give any space. Okay, but we will, let's try to understand here. For at the first example, integer x plus y which we stored inside z, the output is 30. So this 30 is here. Okay, so this is that 30. Okay, and but for the second one inside which we declared a string variable 10 and 20, it didn't add them, it just concatenated them because they didn't consider this as numbers. Okay, they considered as characters or string. Okay, inside which we use our plus operator. So for that they just appended it or just concatenated it. Okay, another thing which you want to keep in mind, that is you cannot add a number to a string. Okay, suppose here a is equal to 10. Okay, so b is equal to, I will just remove the I will just change the data type. Okay, so I am typing int b is equal to 20. Okay, already you can see they are showing errors here, and if you run the program it will show an error, because you can see here they have shown error. In an error is pointing at b, that means what? This data type, you cannot add this data type, you cannot add or you cannot add two different data types. There should be add or concat two different, always of the same kind. That's all for this tutorial. We will be talking more about strings in more depth in our future lectures. Thank you.